Today, we thought we'd have a bit of a chat to you about two quite important documents that we often have available for buyers, and that's a building inspection report and a LIM report. Some clients are not so keen on getting a building report, and that's absolutely fine. We usually recommend it because it means we can all be on the same page in terms of what we need to talk to buyers about. And I'd say that the majority of our clients probably do get them.
Yeah, and for the ones who don't, often buyers are going to get them anyway, so that either ends up becoming a condition of an offer, which means it has the chance of falling through if there's something in there they don't like, or it means they're getting it ahead of time and potentially uncovering things that we were unaware of. So getting it ahead of time just means we're all prepared for kind of what scenarios could come up.
And when we talk about ahead of time, I actually think that this is one of those things that are good to do, sometimes weeks or months before you're ready to come to the market. And it gives you the opportunity, particularly with the building report, if there are things in there that you can address, the low-hanging fruit, the things that aren't too expensive, that you can kind of tick off the list. And also gives you the opportunity to get some quotes for maybe the larger items that buyers could kind of exaggerate what the costs might be, but if we can have some quotes to show them, that can be really helpful. Likewise with the LIM report, having it in advance gives us the opportunity to make sure there's nothing too curly in there. Every now and then there'll be something in the LIM that clients weren't aware of. We're noticing the flood zones come through all the LIMs now. They can be a bit of a surprise to clients because when they purchased, flood zones weren't in LIMs. So having both of those well in advance is really helpful.
Yeah, just to touch on the kind of discount thing, a sort of general rule, and this obviously isn't always true, but a general rule we kind of use is if there's 40 grand's worth of work to be done in the builder's report, a buyer's probably going to try to get a discount of 60 to 80 grand. So usually kind of double what the work may be just to allow for that risk for them.
So some of the big things in a building report that we've had a few properties with these things going on of late and have kind of tested the waters with regards to how buyers find them. Some of the things that can be quite alarming for buyers are piles.
Yeah, anything structural, so foundations are an important part of that, retaining walls, all those things can end up being quite big costs. And one of the issues we're seeing is insurance companies in the past 6 months have really cracked down on what they're willing to accept. So we were speaking to an insurance broker we work with who was saying that things like incomplete consents and things on a sort of minor level, we are talking a couple of grand, depending on the situation, are still very doable. And there are companies out there which are still happy to take on policies like that. But when it comes to anything structural or those really big ticket items that carry quite a bit of risk, insurance companies are just saying outright no to most buyers, especially the younger buyers who are either less experienced or just have less capital to get that kind of work done.
So it's so important to know what you're dealing with before you come to the market. And I think, a lot of us, when we're living comfortably in our homes, we sort of think everything's all tickety-boo. But having that report means that we've then got the opportunity to get more information if we need to, get quotes if we need to, speak to insurance companies if we need to, so that we're fully prepared by the time you do come to the market.